Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you on this Friday evening? Well, Friday night now. Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to just get into it. This is my reading for today. I've been busy today. I did a lot of readings today. I did a lot. We went out. We're getting ready for tomorrow. So please join us 4:00. 4:00. It's
Eastern
Saturday,
Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Join us. We're going to be talking about the P. Diddy case. We're going to be talking about Kate Middleton. We're going to be talking about Khloe Kardashian.
Beyonce's new
album. Yes. We're going to be talking about a lot. So please join us. We're going to be talking about Caresha, even though I'm reading her name, Caresha. Caresha. That is a black name for you, isn't it? Caresha.
Yeah, it looks like it should be spelled Caresha.
It seems Caresha is more. That's her name. Anyway, let me just give these cards a little shuffle. They already been shuffled to the hills and back. Yes. One.
So am I going to be picking a card?
Yes, you can pick a card. You can. But I want to do my other ones for a reading. It depends on how I feel. I might do that. I don't know. And last.
Okay. Or do you just want me to lay out my own card?
You can lay which one you feel comfortable with.
Okay, yes, let's try relaying.
We're going to try something new. Have you heard for yourself? Baby Crone said, I feel like I'm ready to take a bite off the apple. Put this in here.
Okay. Oh, and also, if you guys have yet to see Baby Crone do her first tarot reading on her own by herself, please look at my video on Michael B. Jordan. That's why I'm feeling myself a little bit right now.
Feel yourself, baby. You deserve it.
Thank you.
You deserve it, right? Well, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Baby Crone gonna lay out her cards, and I'm gonna lay out mine. She's gonna tell me what she sees, and I'm gonna tell you what I see. We're gonna pick the same card for the middle. Okay. So we're dealing with Caresha. So what would I deal with Caresha? You know what? I think Caresha is a fox.
Okay.
Fox as far as attractive.
Yes.
And fox as far as she gonna take care of Caresha.
That is true.
She gonna look out for Caresha.
She will.
I wouldn't trust her as far as I could see her. Why? Because she sold her soul. Caresha was 28 years old, I believe, when she got involved with Diddy. 27 or 28. How long they been together? 2 years?
I believe so. They have been in a relationship since 2021.
So she probably was, 26 when she met him? 26, 27, 28?
Yeah.
She probably was 26, 27, 28 years old when she met that man, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. We're back. I had to go and light my incense in Caresha because this woman has really I got a lot to say. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read on her, but before I read, let me just say, you know what she is called? She is called one of P. Diddy's piss workers.
Mm-hmm.
A piss worker. Why? Because she likes them to pee on it. But she said this herself.
Yes, she has.
That she don't mind them peeing, but also, they don't even pee, but they defecate.
Yes.
So I don't know what's going on in these parties at all. But I heard a guy, what's his name? Oh, the one that used to cry on TV about how his girlfriend want to pay them money. He's an actor. We heard him today. And Tyrese. You know Tyrese, right?
Yes, I do know Tyrese.
You would have never remembered that name, right?
No, now that you mention him, his face popped up
in
my head.
So Tyrese was like, I don't know where Tyrese said, but this is what Tyrese said. In spite of all of this, we all know we had a good time. Talking about the people that came to these parties. Mm-hmm. You understand? I understand that. But my question is, why did it take so long for all of them to speak up?
It started with Cassie.
But it took her for years.
It did.
And honestly, you all can hate me. I'm sorry. But somebody got to go to the dark side and tell you it's okay to cross. She was with him when she was how old?
Who?
Cassie.
19.
You know better at 19. You may not know a lot, but you know what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
If you from the United States, you learn that in school. You learn that from meeting people. You learn that. You start learning right from wrong when you in the kindergarten.
Yes.
By the time you in middle school, you already picking the group you gonna be in.
Yes.
By the time you in high school, you in a clique.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say I don't look. Please hear me out.
Okay.
No one should be abused.
No.
No one. And I don't speak from a person that don't know what it's like to be abused. Trust me. I know it's hard to believe. No, I done been beat up. That I had to go to the emergency room. So I've been there. So I understand. Not the sexual part, because I would never lower my standards. But I know that I was beat up because of jealousy. Not because I did anything wrong, but loved them. But my point to Cassie is she was 18. I was 18. She was 19. I was 19. And I knew right from wrong. And I'm growing up, and I grew up in a different era than you.
Yeah.
So you knew better. But you stayed there all those years. Why? Because it was a benefit.
Yes, 11 years.
It was a benefit. You can't tell me that nobody would have helped you. Look, I'm not saying you don't deserve the money. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that. But I truly believe he gave you extra because he felt bad.
Oh.
I'm not saying you wasn't mistreated. Tell me you understand.
Yes, I do understand.
But I don't want to hail somebody as being the queen. Mm-hmm. I hold you in contempt of court. Because you could have said something.
Yeah, that is true.
You could have saved somebody.
And Caresha.
But you kept, I'm not about Caresha right now. But you kept going back. You had your house and you kept going back. It wasn't until you made up your mind, I don't want the car, I don't want the house, I don't want nothing. That's when you was able to walk away. Mm-hmm. On that. I stayed, not because I was a little poor orphan Andy. I stayed because the goodies were good. I stayed. It was hell, but I loved him. And I stayed because it was good. I knew I should have got away from him. When I got away, I should have stayed away. But he would make me offers I just couldn't refuse. I find myself, you, Cassie, I find myself right back in the same old situation.
Okay.
Until I got tired. Until I really start saying, this ninja is crazy. He will kill me. And it didn't happen too. It was a few years. Kim Porter been died, 4 years now? Look it up, please. So now you start getting scared because you know what he was doing. You knew how he tortured you, and you knew how he tortured other women. And yet you still was involved.
6 years.
6 years has gone by. And you know you questioned her death. Come on. You knew what this man was capable of. But you never said anything to me. Hate me. Please don't. But that is selfish, inconsiderate, unholy. So many suffered. And for all of you men that gave your soul, now I understand.
Okay.
Now I understand the depths of selling a soul. Somebody say you can't sell a soul. Oh, yes, you can. If I got to get down there and suck a sucker that's not and stink, and I'm forced to, no, that's hell. But I would never do that because that's not my bag.
Okay.
So I would never. So can you imagine being forced to do something you hate? Think about that. But you still go back to the parties. So I guess you say, oh, the more I drink, the more I do drugs, I hibernate. I don't do drugs and I don't drink. So what about me? See, me, I'd rather go through things raw. Why? Because I want to understand what's happening to me. Because everything in my life is a lesson. I was born that way. If this happened, there's a lesson. If that happened, it's a lesson. You got hit. What was your lesson? Everything is a lesson. And the older I get, the more I see I have more power over my life than what I think I have. I truly believe it. It's just that we don't know how to work the mechanisms inside of ourselves.
Yes.
You like that, baby Crone?
Yes, baby Crone did.
Now about Caresha, if that snake shows up, I'm done.
Okay.
If that snake shows up, I'm done. Because that's what she is to me. She's a snake. But I call her a fox.
Okay.
Because I think she's attractive.
Okay.
I call her a fox because she appears to have, well, when you are a snake, you know how to get along with everybody. You know how to slither your way. Look, I'm not saying the girl needs to go to jail or anything. No, I'm definitely not saying that. She's a victim in her own way. What is she a victim of?
Yes.
She's a victim of greed.
Oh, yes. That's...
She's a victim of greed. The other girl, Cassie, she a victim, but she was a victim of fear. Carissa, she's a victim of greed.
Yeah.
She was flying them planes, right?
Yes,
she was getting them drugs.
Yep, she was.
She was getting them girls. Well, what she was saying at one time, I was getting $250. Girl, I thought he was doing it because he loved you. I didn't know you was a piss worker. And when you said on your own show, I like it, girl, you get no pity. And I don't even understand why you would give up your singing group.
Yes.
To do this.
That
did it not enter into your mind? Can I say something?
Yes.
Now, once you listen, now you know you may not like what I'm going to say. All right. Every girl that P. Diddy had that I'm aware of, they all had nice hair. But Carissa, you have a weave.
That is facts.
He was lowering his standards. I'm not trying to say it in a bad way because you was doing good. But he lowered his standards.
You was, like your group said, a city girl.
You was a city girl. And you wanted him so bad. You pursued that man. Pappy, Pat.
Yes.
You pursued him.
You did.
And you made him intrigued. And you weren't going to stop until you got that man in the bed to show him what you could do.
Yes.
And when you got him, you played. You played. And he played. And y'all been playing ever since.
Yeah, I do have a question that I'm going to ask later. Because I do want to know. Yes.
I had to talk. I had to talk a little bit.
Because I do want to know, because she does have a child, remember?
Two.
Yes. And I'm wondering, did she do this as a way to secure a bag for her family?
I think she did it to bag for herself.
Okay.
And her children, yeah, but her children are her.
Got you.
She did it for the money. But I wouldn't have gave up my group.
Yes.
Under no circumstances.
Mm-hmm. And we know the other half of City Group is dealing with Lil Uzi Vert, allegedly. Lil Lucifer. You haven't found your fox yet either?
You haven't found yours?
No.
So the other one went with Lil Lucifer.
Yes. All right.
You got it.
Yes. With
why you copying off of me?
Spare.
Why you copying off of me?
Oh my God! I think we're
okay. I must have drifted off somewhere. I drifted somewhere. That's because Baby Crone gave me a little bit of that before it came on. Sorry, guys. So if I seem a little rambunctious or a little bit of bold.
Oh, bold, she said.
Forgive me. But I like it when I'm like this because I'm really being real about what I see.
Oh, I see the fox.
Where? Lord have mercy. I was going to go through
She was at the very beginning.
At the very beginning. So I must have drifted off into Neverland. Please forgive me. But that's okay. That was potent. That was potent.
Okay.
How you doing?
Baby Crone's doing good.
All right. Here we go. Okay. We had the fox.
Yes.
And that is number 14. You're supposed to lay out your own cards. What you waiting for me for?
Okay.
I'm going to show you yours and you're going to show me mine. Okay. All right? Okay. Oh, I put all the cards together. So I'm just going to.
Yeah, because you did find the fox out of order.
I'm going to have to do this back. Yeah, I'm going to do this way. Yeah, I did. And it threw me off. So I'm going to cut the cards in 2 piles. How about that? This is the top and this is the bottom. So I'll take from here and take from here. How about that? Take from here, 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 take from here. There we go. Take from here and take and put that on top like that. And then you take from the bottom because this is the base. This lets me know what led this. What is the problem? This is a base card. What led me to this reading? Base card. That card showed up again.
A lot of people confused, apparently.
And this is different. The funniest thing is I just read some of these cards.
You flipped over your end card, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, can't use that. That wasn't wrong. That was wrong for you, girl. There we go. All of them are good, so that'll be good too. Now, what I see here, before I go in, because I had to give my talk about Caresha. What's her name? Caresha? Caresha. I had to give my talk about her. But my thing with Caresha is this. I'm not saying, first of all, I'm not saying, what's her name?
Caresha?
The other one.
Oh, Cassie.
I'm not saying she don't deserve her $30. I mean, her 30 million. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that at all. She deserved that and more. That is not my issue. My issue is she could have spoke up a long time ago. I understand. And I also understand that there are times where you just get yourself in too deep.
Yeah.
But we have to be accountable for our own decisions. My mother said when I turned 13 years old, she said, your sins are now on you. That's something that you have to live with. But I do thank you for whoever you was with that had gave you the courage and the boldness to step forth. And all these people are falling down. Yes. And all these people are coming out because you decided to step forward. And that goes to show me that there is still hope.
Mhm.
But you be careful out there.
Yeah, that is true.
Because under these circumstances, I don't put nothing past nobody for 100 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Because this is a bitter thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as for Caresha, before I beat her cards, she was proud. I never seen you proud. I see you hug him and all that. I seen him jerk you to you. I watch how he held you. I watch how you smile. I watched it all. And I could see in some of those photos, you was not happy. I just don't understand why didn't you leave him?
Well, she technically did.
But why didn't she just take
back.
her money and just go and live in another country for a while?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know when you're scared. When you scared, fear is crippling.
It is. Low
You don't, it takes away from you using your chakras, from your common sense. It takes away from that. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I could just go on and on and on. And this is why Baby Crone asked me, why do I take more pity on
Diddy?
No, Diddy. I don't take pity on Diddy. I'm just a person that when I see somebody going through hell, I feel something. I'm not made like that. I'm made of love. I'm supposed to feel, right?
Yeah.
But my thing with Caresha is this. I don't want her to go to jail. But she needs to sting about what she did. She was proud being a piss worker.
Yes, even when Diddy denied her, she was just
she wanted to be a piss hoe.
She did.
That's my issue with her. And for what? For what? For what? Was it worth it? Did you think that his kingdom wouldn't come down? You think Jay-Z kingdom is not going to come down? If they got anything where they hurt or harm or stole, you gotta pay an account. That's the law of the universe, not the law of man. If the man understood, they will follow the laws of the universe.
They would.
But they don't take it seriously. Now, with Caresha, what I see here is I see this maze. And you're right, Baby Crone, when you said the last time, it is a time of separation, rethinking, isolation, bewilderment. It's a space of emptiness.
Okay.
To be able to think through the void.
I like that.
And then I see the star, hopeful. But when you're hoping and you're in a void, that means you're in a pitiful place.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you're in a void and you're in a dark space and you are hoping, the only thing you could be hoping, I hope I get out of this. You're in a dark space.
Yeah.
And so not only that, from this to this, then I come in and there's the moon. I'm sorry I didn't call the numbers.
And
you'll know by my readings because it's just going to be raw.
And there's two different types of cards out there.
And you're going to be reading yours later. Let me finish mine.
Yes, you can.
And I see the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Different phases, different timing. She's in a dark space right now. She's in the shadow now. She's feeling what it's like to be isolated. She's feeling what it's like not to be trusted. She's feeling duped and bamboozled. She's feeling all of those things.
Okay.
As they search and look for evidence. As the videos roll, as the words come out of people's mouths, as people start to tell on one another. Why? It's like somebody that's getting out of prison that's been in there too long.
Okay.
And all they want to do is just get out. They can't. They say they free. And they unlock the door. Or you don't like that one, here's another one. It's like you got like 100 people. And they all at the trough. Because you already got 100 people there drinking the water. It's not that it's not enough room for everybody. It's just that they all can't fit there together. So when somebody's drinking, they drinking. and you thirsty. You haven't had water. You're in the sun. You're hot. That's what it's like. Did you like that?
Yes, I did like that example.
This is where she's at, that dark place. And she need water, but there isn't any. Well, Diddy can't give her anything. The books are open. She's got to look at what she wrote in the book. She signed her name willingly.
Yes, she did.
At least Cassie could say, I was 19, I was gullible, I really didn't know. She came in this marriage, she came into this fellowship with this man with 2 kids.
Yes.
And said that she knew what she was doing. What you got, baby Crone?
Yes, so I have over here, but interestingly enough, we have the well, which runs deep and has to deal with water. And so the moon.
Thank you for telling me what was in that card.
What was in what card? Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, how'd you know where's a well?
I have a well.
You said we both have a well. That's why.
No, the moon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then the moon is attached to water, which is the well, because the well has water, and they're both, interestingly enough, in the first spot. So I see that right now she's feeling like everything is literally coming out of the ground and resurfacing itself, and she's getting nervous about how far deep are they going to find this kind of evidence out about her. And what she thought was once secure, once anchored, is no longer secure and anchored. And she feels like she's almost lost in a sense, because what happened to her foundation is not stable. And now we both do have a sickle out. And because of this, she feels that it's the time to start cutting away. Maybe she tried to cut herself off from Diddy in the past when this news information started coming out. Well, I mean, she did get back together with him after the Cassie situation, but maybe right because Caresha has been pretty quiet on the internet. So maybe she was really starting to distance herself because maybe she heard something brewing in the distance, heard birds chirping, because this was one of my cards I picked. So
now, when I'm coming to the future, that was the past. But the future, I see roses. So her and Diddy must have made up. They must be okay. But I definitely see he sees her as a fox. It's like, I don't trust you no more. Because you can't, and you see she's been cut. What do you mean cut down? He don't want to get rid of her. Like I say, he had feelings for her. And I know that they are saying he don't have no money. The banks, I hear all of it.
Yes.
But my point is, he had property. I know about property. He had property. You know, he had cars. He's got a lot of valuables.
He does.
Okay. And putting the valuables on the side. If this man was as crooked as we think he was, do you really think he could put all his money in American bank? Do you really think so?
You're right. You got to be smart with your money.
Do you think that I wouldn't invest it in the businesses that he did invested in? They closed down. This is why Caresha going to be losing her job.
Yes.
But I would. I mean, for the sake of her kids.
Yeah.
But no, she needs to be humble. She was proud of this.
She really was.
And this is her cut.
Too proud.
This is surgery for her. Surgery for her mind. Surgery for her spirit. That's what you call a selling of a soul. Because we see her mentally in hell.
Okay.
She gave up her group.
Yes, she did. She really did.
If that's not the silliest thing, because you thought that would be your sugar daddy for life.
She did.
But you know what? You walked in that ark. Yes, you did. And it was unfinished. So when the storm came, y'all sunk. You thought you was in a place. You thought you was safe. But you find yourself in a sunken place because you've been cut. And now it whip you. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Okay.
Am I sounding too mean?
No.
Okay.
Interestingly enough,
I feel like I'm telling a story, but go ahead.
Interestingly enough, in the same position, we both have two different types of flowers here, and this lily represents something bittersweet. And like you said, Diddy.
Oh, you have flowers in the same place. Wow. Yes. What is yours?
Lilies.
Okay.
And this could be a bittersweet for Diddy or Caresha. Because he can't trust her like he used to,
right?
Because he sees her as a fox.
She go back and forth. Sorry, yes. Baby Crone. You can intervene if you want, if you got something to say.
Okay. And she also is looking out for herself. Well, if you're looking out for herself, she's looking out for her kids.
That money.
And that money, yes. She really just wanted that money. She really wanted to do anything for money. And interestingly enough, when he was talking about your scythe down here, he was talking about her selling her soul, and she sold her soul for that money.
And Baby Crone asked me, this is the thing. Baby Crone said, why are you hard on Caresha? This is why. She knew better.
She really did. The cards are saying it.
She knew better. She knew. It's not like she didn't know. She knew, and she loved doing what she was doing. She enjoyed it. Every time she left, she came back. You saw her at the award shows. You saw her everywhere.
Yes.
She was the big dog. She was top lady.
She was.
And honestly, I don't care what anybody say, in my opinion, and this is no offense to her whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm just going by the women that Diddy had with hair. Why would he take somebody with a weave? Clearly, he have a type. Yes. Clearly, there's things he like. Clearly, that would matter. Maybe not the color, but the hair matter. But he settled for her.
Right.
And why? Because he knew she'd be a good piss worker.
Yes. Loyal, supportive, wanting to be there.
Yep. Yep. And this is what I have, a whip. It's whipping her. It's whipping her. Because she don't know whether she's being swept to the left, swept to the right, swept up, swept down. She's just being swept all around until she pulled herself together. And all of this, she wore so many masks. Who are you, Caresha? Because now I'm hearing, no, he ain't paying me that much. Wait a minute, you said $250,000.
Yes. Baby
Crone said she heard $5.
Yes.
And now you said, no, I wasn't getting it because you was up there fronting.
You was. About your monthly allowance.
Acting like you had it together. Girl, I wasn't jealous. I just was feeling like, how could you? Honestly, I was just thinking, this is my honest opinion. I just thought you were so pretty. I don't know what you look like without your makeup and all dolled up. All I know is that you clean up beautifully. Yeah. And when I see you, all I saw was this beautiful woman that not letting her color or anything, she was it. She was a city girl to me and was proud of it. And so to me, to see this, it's like you're right. A city girl would sell her soul because you're right, urban living. And when it's an urban living like that, and you are a city girl, that means you live in the inner city, not the outskirts of the city, but the city, inner city. So that means you're going to be hustling. To live in the inner city is not a good place to live 90% of the time.
Yes.
So that meant you grew up hard. You grew up hustling. You grew up having babies out of wedlock. You grew up like that. Maybe daddy gone. You grew up and knowing people like that. You know people that been shot and you know that.
Yeah.
You understand? You know about the drugs. You know. Even though you was young and you seen a generation fade, you knew what was going on. So for me, and when I think about all this, you got to be swept. So you can make a vow that you'll never sell your soul again. Not for the almighty dollar. I get it. It's tempting. Money will make you do anything, especially when you need it. But you had a group.
Yes.
Y'all could have just went back in the group and made up another song. But you gave up on the group and you took what you thought was the easy. This is my issue. That's my issue. This is the rich lady. This is the woman that went for the money. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes, we see that Caresha could be feeling duped by
Your
Diddy.
baby Crone.
Yes. She could be feeling duped by Diddy because he could have maybe gave her all these promises and she played the part, fit the part, and molded the part to be what he wanted to be, and yet he still like fell through in this.
Let me say that. And for me, you said what? Sum it up what you said about that, because this we have the same.
Caresha molded herself for Diddy.
Right. I truly believe Carissa did it because she wanted to. She wanted to live that life. She wanted to know what it was like to live the life and have a decadent lifestyle. But she sold her soul because she had to become a piss worker, a hoe worker. Let's just put it out there. I'm so disappointed. Mm-hmm. So right now, I don't have no pity. But if I saw on TV seriously crying and her lashes, I'd probably start crying with her. And because I can't stay angry. And I love that about me.
Mm-hmm. And then lastly, I just have the sun and the clout card.
Yeah. Babe, I like the way you read both cards together.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting because the cloud has the sun coming out.
You're right, baby.
But the clouds come after the sun. So that makes me think that what was once a happy time is now like a dark time and a dark period that she's going through. And then I guess our end card will tell us how this will be for her. Oh! I have the compass, which is similar to the star.
And also the maze. Mm-hmm. Not knowing where you at. Lost your way.
The anchor.
The anchor was at the bottom.
Yeah. I didn't know you had the anchor, but that's so funny.
Oh, you had the anchor too?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Yeah, what was your meaning for the anchor?
My meaning for the anchor was that Caresha's foundation, what she thought had anchored down, was taken away from her, and now she feels like she's lost her foundation. Well,
what I see in it, if you look closely, because you're going to want to see this anchor is struggling. You know why? Because it already has hit, what do you call those things in the water? Ice?
Oh, an iceberg?
An iceberg. You see it?
Yes, I do.
It hit an iceberg. And it was so shocking that it made the foundation of the anchor rise up from where it was being held down. Mm-hmm. Wow. Her foundation has been rocked to the core, and she is hoping that she don't go to jail because she know she's guilty.
Yes.
And a lot of things. And she know they got stuff. Oh, my mind is saying, and she know Diddy record stuff.
Yeah.
She know he like to record things. Mm-hmm. And she has posed and did a lot to be where she is. To be where she is. The only thing she thought this was going to last a lifetime. Girl, the moment he took you, I already knew he was lowering her standard. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Does that sound awful?
No, it doesn't sound
awful. Then clean it up for me.
Okay, it just sounds like that.
Just clean it up for me. Because I'm looking at mentality. I can't go over how beautiful she is.
Oh, right. Yes, no, of course. But, it could be somebody, well, of course you would have desired her in a way. But just like everything about her is not the kind of woman he's usually dating.
The gullible, she came with 2 children. The women usually have his children. I mean, they might have a child. I don't know. But my point is she got 2. She's a city girl. She thinks like a city girl. She was a hustler. I don't know, but that's what I get. Mm-hmm. She was a hustler. I didn't watch her shows. I don't know. I just get she's a hustler and she know how to hustle men. She hustled Diddy.
Yes, she did.
Daddy. She hustled him. She knew she was pretty. She had that guy do her makeup. What's his name? Diddy had him too.
Yes.
You know his name.
Yes, I do know his name. His name is honestly slipping me right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
So you should just say, I can't remember it, and I
Okay.
could have moved on.
Okay, I cannot remember.
But everyone knows who he is. A heavyset guy. He's a singer, I think, but he was a makeup artist, and he used to be her makeup artist. I can't think of his name. But anyway, I can't
Okay.
concentrate.
Okay.
Because you're making me want to stop and look at his name. Okay. So overall, what would you say about this reading?
Overall, I would say about this reading is that she needs some guidance to get back on course. Honestly, she's off track. She's all over the place, and she's trying to get her life right again.
I take it this. I think it's admirable that you want to stay with a man, and even though you showing your love, because love don't run out when things get hard.
Okay.
Love stay. When it's going down, love stays.
That's true.
Love don't run and leave. But the thing is, Carissa, you done ran, came back. Every time you ran off at the mouth and you come back.
Yes.
He's in such a broken place right now, girl. I don't know if y'all together, word on the curb is you are. If you want my opinion, I could tell you.
Okay.
I think you need to let it go. It looked like another love TKO. Let it go, Caresha. That's what I think.
Okay.
You got anything you want to say?
No.
I don't think we need to ask a question. Do you want to ask one? I don't think. Do you have one?
Nope, I don't have any.
I don't think we had anything. We talk, we gather the group. And I think that my thing is, I think this is, I don't want to call it karma. I think this is life lessons. I think this is a life lesson for her. Be careful what you do on the way up to the top, because you're going to have to come down that same path when you fall down.
Yikes.
And in life, you always have to climb the tree. I don't have my tree. You always have to climb the tree. And once you give up the tree, guess what? You have to climb back down again. So it's the cycle of life. Be careful what you do when you're climbing up that tree. Be kind. Be thoughtful. And most of all, think about your daughter. Would you want her to walk in your shoes? Do you want her to hear about this 15 years from now? Do she want to hear? Do you want your daughter to hear your nickname as piss worker or piss hoe? You want that? Or whatever names they call. Golden girl. And hear you say, I love it. So if you love that, what else you love? You're saying if the money is right, I can blank out on anything. Maybe I can take some of that pink stuff you was carrying.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it just give you a blackout, because they say he got stuff that you do it and you just be so good you don't even care. What a moment.
Yikes.
But that's all we got.
Yes.
I think I vented. I got out what I had to say. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. Do I care about Carissa? Yes and no. A, I don't know her. B, I'm just reading intuitively. I'm disappointed. I'm more disappointed in her than I am with Cassie.
Okay.
Because this one knew better. And she fought for him.
Yes.
And he didn't make it easy.
No.
He wouldn't claim her for a long time. But she didn't make it easy. She was relentless.
Yeah.
And her loving ways got her in that man's bed. And whatever he did, she loved it. All of it. She drank it. She sucked it up.
Yeah.
She emaciated it. She just,
she swallowed.
She swallowed all of it. So how can I feel sad for her?
Mm-hmm.
How can I say it's a mistake when she said, I like the golden showers? What else you like? You like poopy monsters too? I'm just saying. I do know this. Whatever she's going through, she hanging there. This is a lesson that she must learn. She came here to learn this lesson. Money can't buy you respect, baby.
Okay.
And just hope that your child can escape this. Because when I think of Khloe Kardashian, she's living this is not even who she is. And she's living a life of somebody who constantly cheated on her husband, her mother. And for her, who's not a cheater, every man she meets is a cheater.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll wait till I tell you my story. But anyway, with that being said, I think I got it out. You think so, baby?
Yes.
It may be a little bit more, but I'll save it for Saturday. And with that being said, sunflowers.